You are watching Modern Marvels. Our TV series show you the marvels created by modern men. From New York skyscrapers to high-speed internet and their creators. Today, we decided to make some changes to this episode of Modern Marvels. For the first time in the history of our show, we're about to tell you not about something, but about someone. Created by two human beings, his parents. He stands as an example of what men can create even without the use of their hands. Alex Gershman. Stay tuned. Hoover Dam is 75 years old, and personal computers have been around for only 30. We need them, but let us be honest, neither of them can fix your prostate in times of need, or help you if you can't pee.
Just pee! Fuck! Now try the other hand.
For that, you will need him, Dr. Gershman. We're about to take you 50 years back. Year 1961, USSR, Moscow. This is where and when Alex was born. Second child to his mother Dusia and father Boris, both doctors, was born into a family of famous Moscow dentist and surgeon. Therefore, from the very first moment Alex was born, his parents knew he would be a doctor too. Little Alex wanted to be an actor and musician, but his professional opinion held no value back then. He made friends with famous actors and celebrity directors in the Moscow theaters, and even in medical college he put together a band and played jazz after classes.
Legend said, when the child is born on earth, God kisses him. When God kisses his head, child becomes as a scientist. When the God kisses his hand, child becomes as a jeweler or painter. We don't know it's true or not, but obviously when Dr. Gershman was born, God gave him French kisses few times.
His band was so popular that during summer break they played professionally in a restaurant in the suburbs of Moscow. Yet at the same time, Alex managed to get all A's and establish himself as the most promising student in the 3rd Moscow Medical School. By the time young Dr. Gershman graduated and was ready to commence his medical career, doctors in Russia had straightforward ways of treating their patients.
Резать к чертовой матери! Не дожидаясь перитонитов!
Doctors in Russia were making about $50 a month, forcing young Gershman to start thinking about extra work.
Back then, nurses danced in the nightclubs, and doctors, they drove cabs.
It was then when Alex's friend, movie director Vladimir Gorlov, came up with an idea of opening an art gallery. Friends decided to offer customers soцart from Soviet era. The first collection was sold for an astronomical amount of 100,000 rubles. After such a success, friends decided to expand their business worldwide. The first stop, New York City, 1988.
For the first time in my life, I saw a guy carrying a picture twice his size.
That painting was Joseph Stalin portrait. For several days, Alex carried it with him across Big Apple. He went from one gallery to another, but nobody wanted to purchase the portrait. In total, Alex traveled for 650 miles, holding the super heavy painting of former USSR dictator. The picture was so valuable, Alex had to take it with him even to the bathroom. He even had to sleep with it.
I slept with Stalin.
In 2 weeks, Alex lost 15 pounds of body fat and added 25 pounds of muscles.
A lot of people haven't heard about it. It's called the Gershman system. You don't need to go to a gym, be on one of those fancy diets. All you need is a 6-foot-tall picture of Stalin, hard wooden frame, and carry it around wherever you go. 2 weeks later, success!
Athletic Gershman with shiny eyes was admired by women. One of them fell in love at first sight, Natalie. It happened when Alex brought the remnants of the collection to LA. Being unique and original in everything he did, he arranged a special wedding. Let me ask you, where did you celebrate your marriage?
Where? London.
Charming little Spanish town.
In California?
California is close. They celebrated on the stairs of LA City Hall, where they got married.
people drinking champagne on the stairs of City Hall? I mean, I could arrest them. I mean, but they offered me some. I mean, I still have a whole case of this stuff sitting here. It's crazy. I mean, how do they get away with doing this kind of stuff? This is Los Angeles. I'm a cop.
Half an hour later, half of LA City Hall was drunk.
20 minutes later, I was Russian. Nostrovia.
Not too many people know about that. It is called Gershman system. If cop pulls you over for being drunk, get him some booze.
All great men made it only after they met the right woman. After Natalie and Alex met, something changed forever. Not only in their personal lives, but in Alex's career as well.
It is called the Gershman system. If you want to change your life, you've got to find the proper wife.
Shortly after that, Alex decided to call a Cedars-Sinai doctor whom he met during his first trip to United States. Dudley Doneff was impressed by Alex's expertise and knowledge in urology. What started as a 15-minute meeting, because Dudley was very, very busy that day, evolved into 12 hours conversation during lunch, a surgical operation, and Cuban cigars.
What could two men possibly talk about for 12 hours straight? Genitals.
With Dudley's help and his own professionalism, Alex soon becomes a visiting professor in Cedars-Sinai Hospital. The young, skilled and good-looking doctor was admired by everyone.
I could not go to a urologist. I was shy. But he was the first doctor in front of whom I took off my panties. And I survived.
His popularity grew quickly, and soon Alex became a member of an elite crew of laparoscopic surgeons, a handful of people in the world who used and taught others this revolutionary method in urology. At the same time, in order to become a licensed doctor, Alex entered UCLA as an ordinary medical student. Back in the 90s, students in UCLA urology department were taught in a very specific way.
This urine, for example, what will it tell us?
Definite sugar taste. Now, I don't need a battery of tests to tell me that the patient has a slight pre-diabetic condition. Doctor, will you confirm my findings?
A true modern marvel. Today, Alexander Gershman is one of the best urologists in the nation, performing operations around the globe. And today, his multiple patients are here to thank their doctor.
Oh, patience, little sister, patience.
Not that patience.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, doctor.
Hello, doctor.
What did he know back then about USA? What did he have? I mean, besides Stalin's picture, he had his brains and he had his balls. So what did he do? He used his brains to allow other people to use their balls.
Alex Gershman. His story continues, and who knows how many prostates will be cured and how many families will be made happy. Happy, happy birthday.
Is he watching?
What the?
I could not... sorry. У меня красивые трусы. Могу их вообще снять.
Пишем. Action.
It is called the Gershman system. If you want a proper life, you've got to change a proper life.
It
is called the Gershman system. If you want to change your life, you gotta find a proper way.
The Gershman system. Ничего, сейчас запишем.
Пишем.
It is called the
Okay.
Gershman
It is
system.
called the Gershman system.
Стоп. Тишина.
The.
The Gershman system.
И action.
It is called the Gershman system.
Еще раз. The Gershman system.
The Gershman.
Action.
If it's called the Gershman system,
If it's called. It is called.
it is. Давай,
Okay.
давай.
Action.
It is called Блядь.
Мама там, it's okay.
Это хороший блупер. Приготовились? It is called the Gershman system. If you want to change your life, gotta find a proper wife.
Stop.
Тишина, чтобы могли резать. Action.
It is called to Gershman system.
Да не too Gershman system, the Gershman
The
system.
Gershman, блядь. Я никогда ни грамматикой не отличался.
Ничего страшного. Action.
It's called the Gershman.
The Gershman system.
Тишина. Action.
It is called the Gershman system. If you want a proper life, you got to change a proper wife.
Ну, теперь первую часть ты правильно записал. Второй. If you want another life,
If you want to change your life,
got to find a proper wife.
Окей, давай. Got to find a proper wife.
If you want to change your life,
got to find a proper wife.
Давай.
Вы готовы?
it is called the Gershman system.
It's a called.
Проговори сейчас все с самого начала до записи.
And action.
Подожди.
Okay. It is called the Gershman system. If you want to change your life, you've got to change a you've got to have a
Got to find.
Got to find. Okay.
Хорошо начал.
Секундочку, с самого начала до конца.
Пишем. Don't stop.
Okay.
Action.
It is called the Gershman system.
No.
The Gershman.
The Gershman. Okay.
И action.
If it's called.
No. It is called.
Okay. It is called the Gershman system.
It is called the Gershman system.